Hi and welcome to another episode of Tool Talk. I'm Mark the Window Cleaner. This show brought to you by windowcleaningresource.com. Well, today I want to talk to you about scrubber handles, the T-bars as they're called. And in particular I want to talk to you about the swivel based systems. In this particular one here, this is an Unger swivel T-bar. The benefit of a swivel T-bar is that it allows you, especially when doing windows either up high or very low, for it to conform to the glass. Sometimes when you want to get that high window up in the corner or a tricky shaped window, you can't just stick a straight T-bar up there and cover all the glass adequately. You're going to want it to either bend one way or another way to conform to the glass that you're working on, especially when you're doing low windows or windows that go from, let's say, 8 feet down to the ground. You can do it on a pole, and you can get right down low, and as you're going down low, you see how it pivots. Allows you to get that low section there without having to bend too much. Now, one of the benefits of the Unger system is that it has a dial on one side which allows you to create the tension that you desire. Some like it nice and loose, while others want it to have a little bit more tension, so that when they're doing it by hand, it's not flopping all around on them. It's it still keeps to its position as you're going. And one of the other features that I really like about it is that it has a lock mechanism on the back. Flip it into the locked position, now it'll stay straight. And this is handy for those times when you have, let's say, very tough dirt to get off the glass, like bird droppings or whatnot. Because if you have a quality sleeve on this T-bar, it usually has an extra scrubber pad, an extra heavy-duty scrubber pad. And you're going to want to go up to that extra hard soil stain there and scrub it out that way. If this was loose and you try to do that, of course what happens? As soon as you put pressure on the glass, it flips about and becomes pretty useless. Then you have to actually sort of kind of hold it like this, and not very good. Anyway, I want to take off the scrubber pad so you can have a closer look at it inside. Now, I talked to you about the lock mechanism, which will lock it into a straight position. This will actually lock into 7 different positions. However, I can't imagine any time you'd ever want to lock it into, let's say, this position. Usually if you have the tension high enough, you can just put it in whatever position you want by just applying the pressure onto the glass that you're cleaning, and it conforms to it. So you probably would never want to, or never have a need to actually lock it into one of the several different positions, other than either having it fully loose or locked into a straight angle, 90-degree angle like this. Another popular handle for scrubber sleeves is the Ettore Super System. Again, swivel's all about, can be adjusted by this screw here. It has an extra feature to it, which I like, and that it has grooves in the actual plastic. And what these grooves are ideal for is when you need lots of water. Let's say you're doing a lot of high windows or it's a very hot day and you want to have as much water in your scrubber sleeve as possible. When you dunk this into your bucket there, not only will you have water in the sleeve, but water will be sitting inside these grooves as well. That way you can ensure you're going to have lots of water available to you. That way you're not always having to come down, get your scrubber wet again. You can do several windows, get them all nice and wet. The only thing I don't really like about the Super System handle is that it doesn't have any kind of a lock mechanism. So, like I said before, if you have extra tough stain on the glass that you need to scrub out, and you're using that end scrubber pad, as soon as you put a little bit of pressure, your T-bar will go off to one side. Some people, this isn't really a big deal. For me, I prefer to have a lock if possible. Also, as far as creating the tension or loosening up the tension here, it's all done by a screw. So if you find you're on a job and its tension's a little bit too loose or a little bit too tight, you have to go and you get your screwdriver. It doesn't have a handy knob on the side that you can just turn it to whatever tension you want. Now, the only thing that I would say Unger should probably do is when they come out with the next version of this, is to come out with one that has those grooves in it. They doesn't have to. This is aluminum, lightweight aluminum. It doesn't have to be aluminum. They could easily make it out of plastic and put those grooves in there, allowing that for that extra water. Otherwise, yeah, I guess this would be my favorite T-bar when compared to the Ettore. And as far as I'm concerned, once you go swivel action as far as scrubbers go, you can't go back to a regular straight scrubber T-bar, unless of course you're doing small cut-up windows. Anyway, this Unger swivel T-bar, as well as the Ettore Super System swivel T-bar, both available at windowcleaningresource.com. Go check them out. Bye for now.